Hey, what's up, VC? Joakim here with a well overdue video. I didn't fall off the map. Life just happened. I know that I desire to make a weekly video or every other week, throw out something out here, some content out here. But sadly, I've been just too caught up into working and paying bills and that kind of bullshit that we all have to deal with. But anyways, so today things line up pretty well for me to put a video out here. I might do 2 videos today, we'll see. But anyways, so I'm gonna start off with 15 live albums that I think that are fantastic, even though I am not a fan of live albums. So what makes these records fantastic in my opinion is not also because the quality of the sound is pretty good. In some of them is absolutely fantastic. Some of them I think it's even the best recordings out there from the bands themselves, and they do capture the audience. They do capture this particular period of time when these bands they were at full force. So well, let's start this. I got my cheat sheet here. I hope I can read this shit. But anyways, let's start. So my first pick is the first full length by the Mau Mau's, well-known UK 82 punk band. This was released on 1983 on Pax Records. I'm sorry, I don't have the date of the gig itself, but anyways, this is just absolutely fantastic. I am a big fan of hardcore. I do like a lot of hardcore, from all over the place. New York hardcore, Italian hardcore, Japanese hardcore, Finnish hardcore, whatever, you name it. However, this record, even though the Mau Mau's, they are not considered a hardcore band, this performance, the way this record, their singles are delivered in this live gig, sorry to say this, but this puts to shame any hardcore band out there. This is just absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure if you can listen to this on Spotify, but I do know that you can listen to this on YouTube, because I did it right before I decided to do this video, because I didn't want it to go record by record. I pretty much just cheated and I listened on YouTube. The quality of sound is like fantastic, so you'll get a good picture of what this is all about. Check it out. It's just like punk hardcore with these tribal, well played drums. It's just fabulous, fantastic. Check it out. Mau Mau's live at Marples. Let's try to do this quick. Next one up, one of my favorite French bands of all time. This is Verrerie Noire. This album, this is a show in 1989. This was their farewell gig live in Paris at the Olympia. This came out in 1990 on Folklore de la Zone, something like that, of their nature. So this is Viva Vertaga. It's a double LP, comes with a poster and all that. So if you're not familiar with Verrerie Noire, this band consisted in 2 people, like a guy doing vocals, a guy playing guitar, also doing some vocals and chorus and stuff like that, and a drum machine. People that are familiar with them, they understand where they come from. But if you listen to their studio albums, you might not get a full picture of the band. So the band started with these 2 guys, but they evolved to become a collective. So this is a 100% anti-fascist band. They really, they really took France by storm in the early 80s. And it's just fantastic. Live is like the punk Cirque of Soleil, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for this particular show. '89, live in Olympia in Paris, which is one of the most historic venues in Paris. And this is a band, man. If you were lucky enough to be part of any subculture prior internet, prior cell phones, prior all this technology that kind of pushes apart, and when everything was about to unifying, experience things as one, you will be blown away by the footage of this concert. Please check it out. I know it's a French band, but check it out, man. You've never seen so many Cox Party shirts or Redskins shirts in any live footage from the 80s. It's guaranteed. And energy of the audience, how it's all about passion, it's all about solidarity, it's all about, believing in something better. I don't know. I don't know, dude. I watch this footage once in a while, and yeah, it almost makes me cry. I guess I'm getting old. But anyways, check it out. Berrurier Noir, just fantastic. Next one up, Four Skins, from Chaos to 1984. This came out on, let me look it up, 84 on Syndicate Records. This is just great. This is Four Skins at the top of the game. The quality of the sound is fantastic. It does capture the energy of the audience, fully. It definitely takes you back in time. It's fantastic. All the hits are here. Wonderful World, Jealousy, On the Street, Johnny Go Home, 1984, Breed or Blood, Saturday, ACAB, City Boy, 5 More Years, Evil, On File, Clockwork, Skinner, and Chaos. Fantastic. It's my favorite Four Skins record. Next one up is Cox Parrer. My favorite Cox Parrer live album is the Live and Loud. That came out on Link Records. I've shown that before, and one thing that I've been trying to do in my videos is to not show the same record twice. Eventually I will, because I'm just going through my collection. Maybe you guys already figured it out that I'm not showing vinyl finds, and the reason I'm not doing that is because for me to I don't buy that many records these days. For me to have enough content to do a vinyl finds probably will take me 6 months to put maybe a dozen records together. So anyways, I'm showing Cox Parrer back home. This came out on Pirates Press record. Fantastic packaging, quality of the sound sounds great. The reason I'm showing this is just because I have bragging rights, because I attended this gig. That's it. Sorry. Next one up, fantastic record, fantastic. Circle Jerks, live at the House of Blues. This came out in 2014, Kung Fu Records. Man, absolutely fantastic. I know people might debate, like, oh, the live album is better because it captures them on their heyday. But dude, this show at the House of Blues was a hell of a comeback. It sounds great. This is a double LP. I believe it's color vinyl. I'm not gonna go through all that, but it just has everything you want to hear by the Circle Jerks, and it sounds flawless. Fantastic. Circle Jerks, House of Blues. Next one up, The Fabulous Cramps. This came out in 1983 on New Rose Records. It Smell of Female. It's a mini LP, light mini LP. Doesn't have a lot of tunes, but just the tune itself, you got good taste. It's worth it to buy this record. Absolutely love how it sounds. Poison Ivy guitar is fucking killer. It's just great. Yeah. Next one up, hailing from Canada, the Diodes. This is on Rave Up Records. Time Damage, live in 1978. Came out in 2010 on Rave Up Records. Rave Up Records, they have like a huge catalog of obscure Kill by Death albums. They do these comps. Most of the times they just compile like the singles. Sometimes they have some records that the band only put out one single, but somehow these guys they dig into the archives and they pull out some demo stuff and live stuff that is fantastic. But some of those records, the quality of sound is not that great, but here it is really good. It's really good to you know, he has everything, you know, that you want to hear by the Diodes, the shape of things to come, tired of waking up tired, red rubber ball, you know, mercenary flight. Everything is in this record. It doesn't sound fantastic, but it does capture the time. It does capture the energy. It does capture their musicianship, and it's pretty good. Strongly encouraged buying this record. This is probably a $15 record anywhere out there. Next one up. I love this record. I remember when I bought this record. Yeah, I bought this when this came out. This came out in 2007 on Schizophrenic Records, which is a label from Hamilton, Ontario. This came out, did I already say, 2007. This is The Freeze live from Cape Cod in 1980. I believe it's also color vinyl with a humongous poster. But this sounds fantastic. Captures the audience. It's like this embryonic, the Freeze stage, the hiatus stage is so damn good. And again, it's cheap record. I know it's a cheap record. Yeah, it's definitely worth it to buy. Next one up, one of my favorite records from the series Live and Loud that was put out by Link Records. Cock Sparrow will be my favorite. This one, probably the following. Live and Loud has a lot of good records. There's a lot other ones that really sound terribly. You know, particular Addicts or Cockney Rejects. It does capture the vibe of the gig, but it doesn't sound that great. This one sounds great. It's the Gonads, Live and Loud, Gary Bushell's Oi, Jokester Band, but he has all the classics here. Sounds great. It's well played. It's tight. You know, if you're not familiar with the Gonads, check them out because, like it or not, they're an institution from the Oi scene. Next one up, one of my favorite bands of all time. I cannot skip a video without saying that some band is one of my favorite bands of all time. But this one is indeed. It's actually a band that one of the few bands that I've been debating, should I do a video rating all their albums, but I like them so much that it'll be tough for me. But anyways, it's JFA, live in 1984. This is on Placebo. This is on Placebo, but this is from 1985. All the early JFA classics are here. Sounds great. You know, if you don't know, if you're not familiar with JFA, you gotta check them out because they're one of a kind of a band and they're fantastic. Check them out. Picked this one up because it's a band that is not shown. I don't see many references to this band, even though I know it's a band that is quite well known. It's the Mac Lads, live in Leeds, or live at Leeds. This is, let me look at this stuff. Fuck, I didn't write it down, I'm sorry. FM Records, it seems like it, 1982. Yeah, it compiles all their early material. It sounds great. Sounds good. It's a good introduction to the band. Is a cheap record. You know, doesn't differ too much from their studio stuff. But the main reason I decide to show these records is because it's extremely cheap. You probably find these for, out there for $10 or less, and it will be a good introduction to the Mac Lads. You know, they're live. They're fantastic. They're just like a pathetic, sleazy UK band. They're fun. Check them out. Next one up. This is great. Special for the peeps out there from my generation. You're all familiar with this band, and that's the main reason why I decide to pull this one up. Is because it's just like to go down the memory lane a little bit. This is Naked Aggression live at Gilpin Street. This is live this came out in 1996 on Mighty Records. You know, it doesn't sound as good as the full length March Along, but it does capture the essence of those DIY 90s punk gigs. So pretty good. Naked Aggression for all of you 90s punks. Next one up, another record. One of my favorite bands of all time, indeed, Rose Tattoo. I love Rose Tattoo. I picked this one up. I have a couple live bootlegs that sound good as well. This one sounds really good, but this one, there's more collectible interest to it. This came out, I don't know, man. This came out probably like, actually came out in 2000. That's when this came out. But there's some all the hits out here. Out of This Place, Bad Boy for Love, Assault and Battery, Tramp, Butcher and Fast Eddie, Rock and Roll is King, Rock and Roll Outlaw, We Can't Be Beaten, Scared for Life, Remedy, One of the Boys, Who's Got the Cash, Nice Boys That Don't Play Rock and Roll, Mansell Madness, Suicide City. Everything is here. But this record, if you have a chance to buy it, especially if you are a Rose Tattoo fan, I will not encourage you to start, you know, your Rose Tattoo digging through live records. You know, just go straight to, you know, the first three full length. You know, that's what you want to listen to. But this one has some collectible interest. I remember when I bought this, it was cheap, but you know, it seems like throughout the years with the vinyl resurgence, the prices are going up. But you know, it's some fucking badass picture disc, double picture disc, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Rose Tattoo, can't go wrong with Rose Tattoo. If you don't like Rose Tattoo, you have no business watching my videos. I'm joking. Fantastic live record, which is listed as one of official albums by the band and not as a live album. Stiff Little Fingers, Hanks. This is absolutely fabulous. It's like Stiff Little Fingers at their prime. Sounds fantastic. And check it out, this playlist. Nobody's Hero, Gotta Get Away, Wait and See, Barbed Wire Love, Fly the Flag, Alternative Ulster, Johnny Was, At the Edge, Wasted Life, Teen Soldiers, and Suspect Device. There we go. It's so good. It's so good. And last but not least, I'm going to show a record that was reissued. Not reissued. I believe probably this was the first time that this record saw the light of day on wax. This is Solución Mortal, live in Fairmont, 1984. Solución Mortal, well known, you know, metallic punk Mexican band, classic from the 80s. This record sounds great. I really encourage you to buy this. I bought this record thinking that it was this one. This is a cassette tape live in Tijuana at the Iguanas from the same time. Which I've been carrying these. I've been having these. For decades. Probably one of the cassette tapes that I played the most on my Walkman back then. Love this. So this is not this. It's not as good as this, but it's pretty great. Anyways, here's 15 suggestions of great live albums. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm likely to put one more video out there today. I might just change the shirt, you know. I'll try to cheat the system. You guys take care. Cheers.